Hello everybody and welcome back to the ADD workshop. Today I am going to be fixing the only problem I can find with this Milwaukee Fuel M12 hammer drill. And it is the fact that if you saw my previous video, I was kind of wrestling with this thing, running in some larger fasteners and drilling some larger holes, and was commenting on how they should put a handle for this. Well, I couldn't find one, so I figured I'd make myself one. I did notice that they have the same pattern right here to grab on with a handle that is just like Rigid's drill, and I have a couple extra of those handles, so I was wondering how I could modify it. Well, I grabbed one and went to just see if it would line up and match, and sure enough, it almost fits. It just doesn't close up small enough. So I started wondering how could I make this work, and I think I found out a way, and you're going to see what I'm going to do, and potentially we're going to fix the only potential problem with this drill that I could find, making it a wonderful drill. So first of all, I'm going to start off by taking this apart. Just unscrews, and we find out this is just a long bolt here. But we notice that it ends, so it can't just screw in indefinitely, so I can't just cut these chunks out to make it close more, because then we would just bottom out and not be able to tighten it up anymore. So what I've thought about I'm going to do is I'm going to take these are just little metal blocks. There's nothing to them. They just clamp onto the thing. So what I'm going to do is I need to make these be able to close up more. So if I cut some of this off here, they'll be able to come closer together and clamp onto the smaller drill. But the problem is, since we'll bottom out, I can't just tighten it up indefinitely. So what I'm going to do is the piece that I cut off, I'm actually going to just put it around to the back as a spacer. So we're going to see how that works. I'm going to be using the M12 bandsaw, which you could also see a review of that as well. It's an excellent little machine, and you're about to see it work a little bit more. So I figure I can cut off about half of it. Yeah, something like that. We're just eyeballing it. Since we can tighten it down, we don't have to be exact. We just have to it just has to be able to tighten up with a little bit of room. Alright, so let's see if we can get this in here. Slight issue here. How can we come at this thing? Can we come at it sideways? Maybe I can get enough height out of it if we don't break our saw first. Man, this thing's tightening up at a weird angle. Okay. So maybe if, yeah, I can come down like that, maybe. Yep, looks like I can get that in there. Okay. And it doesn't even have to be perfectly straight, I would imagine. Really, we just have to make some extra room. So, here we go. I have a bunch of extra of these handles, so I'm not just breaking my handle for the sake of doing this. Yeah, about half of it. Well, we got a good amount of meat up. Yep. Alright, cut it like a dream. Not even hot. Gotta love a bandsaw for cutting. If that was a sidewheel grinder like I would have been using, it would have been horrible. So we're gonna start off with our little chunk that we cut. We're gonna put on the back as a spacer, and I'm gonna put the very flat end up towards what'll meet, and the bolt can sit up against our cut end. Now we take our normal block, see where I'm going here, then our spring, then our other clamp. Now we should we're on to something. Okay, so now we should be able to start tightening this down. Now we can put this on here like this, Oh yeah, hey. And we've got a handle. Oh yeah, we've got to try this out. Alright, so we're going to put it this way because I'm right-handed. Get her nice and tight. Alright, grab a 2x4. I think our clamp will hold it. Should have this, you know, situated down here, because potentially we're about to put a lot of torque onto this thing, but I'm gonna have it resting against my leg just to keep it from going nuts. But this will keep it nice and sturdy either way. Alright, let's see, I'm gonna turn it like this, rest it against my leg, and we're going to grab that big Forstner bit that took the octane drill to get through. Let's try this out here. Let's see. Yeah. This is a self-feeding bit, so hopefully I won't have to push too hard. Alrighty, so here we go. Let me get a little closer. Yeah, here we go. And we're going to do speed 1 because this takes a little bit of power here. And it's on hammer. Why does it keep doing that? They need to do something about that. It keeps clicking over there by itself. There goes my bandsaw. As you can see, this thing's getting a little violent here. I needed to have it really clamped, didn't I? And we're back to the same issue. Bring it on back around. And as you can see, that handle worked an absolute treat. I was not able to do that. If you saw my last video, you'll see what I mean. I was wrestling with this thing all over the place. And wow, okay, so basically I just made a handle for it. This was Rigid's Gen 5 handle for their Gen 5 line that just screws on. Like I said, all I did was cut it and then put the same piece of metal in the back so it's the same spacing. This is all the same size, technically, to the handle. So, let's make sure it didn't screw up the drill any. I got a little bit of scuffing, but it's better than a broke wrist. Well, there you go. If you need a handle for your Milwaukee Fuel because it's got so much power, it's breaking your wrist, go ask around. You could probably find somebody with an extra handle, and if not, you see how this clamping mechanism is. It's very simple. You could probably make one out of something. I happen to have this handle and wanted to share with y'all how I was going to make it, and so you could possibly make it yourself. But as always, thank you for joining me here in the ADD workshop. Y'all have you a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all on the next one.